MUCK is really fun to play, but haven't you had enough of these monsters always destroying everything you build? Fear not, I have the solution. I wanted to add upgradable structures to the game, basically make a way for you to make your buildings stronger, like in Rust, upgrading from thatch to wood and stone and so on. I started with the UI, something simple that probably shouldn't have been the first step. I recreated the selection wheel from Rust, but with only two choices, upgrade and cancel. After I got this to work, I imported the asset in my mod and made it appear when pressing a button. That's not where it's supposed to be. Now that the UI appears in the right place, I decided to change it a bit, adding information like how much material it costs to upgrade and making it more readable by adding a grey background. The only thing I want to do when upgrading is increasing the maximum HP of the structure. I did this by using Unity Explorer, a tool you can use to explore game objects while you are in the game. Turns out I only need to change one value in a script that's attached to the wall. So I added code to double the HP with every level and then also changed the material of the wall to a different temporary texture. As you can see, this also works on the workbench, which was not really intended. Next, I tried to actually add the correct material to the structure by yoinking the texture from an existing object in the world. After some changes, this finally worked and it didn't look too bad. With the basic functionality now done, I decided to also add options to repair and to destroy the structure I'm looking at, so I basically stole even more stuff from Rust. Adding this into the game was really easy as it just replaced the old asset. The code for repairing simply increases the current HP, and destroying is like hitting the object with a very strong tool. I also made it so that all levels above wood need pickaxes to be broken, and so that they drop the last upgrade item when destroyed. The next thing I wanted to do was add multiplayer support. Up until now, I only changed the max HP and HP values on my local client. Everyone else would not be able to see the changes. To implement multiplayer, I added an upgrade and a repair packet that is sent to the server instead of directly changing the values. The server then sends a packet to all clients and each client then changes the values correctly. I tested everything and hooray, it worked. Next, I wanted to steal even more from Rust and add a hammer to the game that can be used to interact with my mod. For this, I yanked Danny's chunky hammer mesh that was already in the game and changed the texture so that it looks like it's made from wood. Finding this mesh took forever because for some reason it's called Cube 7. With the new hammer now in the game, I made it so hitting a structure repairs it and right-clicking brings up the menu from before. After I got some feedback, I decided to change the levels of the structures to the different types of wood. For this, I just needed to change the upgrade items and I created a custom texture for each wall based on the original wall and the tree textures in the game. At this point, I was really happy with my mod and thought I was done, until someone suggested an idea to me. What if you could also upgrade the furnace and the cauldron? The two things that process items. So I started doing just that. Changing the speed at which items are processed, the amount of stuff you receive, and the amount of fuel you can consume. These structures are upgraded with the metals. The Obamium furnace can smelt 6 pieces of metal with only 1 coal at 3 times the normal speed, and it produces 3 times the metal bars. I also added the upgrade levels for the cauldron and created individual textures for each level of each item. So I was done. But before I show off all the features and tell you how to install it, please consider subscribing for more modding and game dev content. If you have any feedback, find a bug, or want to suggest some new features or mods, come join my Discord or leave a comment. In my next video, I'll be implementing some of your suggestions. So, to summarize, with my mod you can upgrade buildable structures like walls, stairs and floors, using the different types of wood to give them more HP. You can also repair the structures or destroy them instantly. It also adds upgrades to the furnace and the cauldron to make them faster and more efficient, increasing fuel and process efficiency. There are two ways to install the mod. To install it automatically, go to the link in the description and download R2 Modman. Using this program, installing and updating mods only takes one click. You can also create different profiles with different mods and easily switch between them or play the vanilla game at any time. To install the mod manually, first download WeaponX. Drop all the files in your MUCK game folder and run the game. A plugins folder has now been created. Download my mod and drop the .dll file into the plugins folder. And you're done. Everything should be working. If you need any help installing the mod, come join my Discord. I hope you enjoyed this video and my mod. If you did, consider doing all the usual YouTube stuff. And most importantly, have a nice day.